Welcome to the Buccaneers Observer. This is Ralph Phillips.
I'm Molly Bay.
That's Molly Bay.
Your arms are too long.
I know. Got to do the short arm thing. Today is October 12th, 2020, Columbus Day, Thanksgiving in Canada, and Day of the Race in Mexico.
Okay.
How about that? Learn all kinds of new stuff here.
I think we should start celebrating Canadian Thanksgiving.
It's not just all about football. Hey, Canada's got football, so,
That's
hey.
true.
So, got some news for you, some big news in the NFC South.
We do. It is a cluster, apparently.
A cluster what? A cluster, apparently?
Apparently.
That's a new
Everywhere but Carolina, unfortunately. For now.
Couldn't happen to better teams.
The Falcons are cleaning house, pretty much. So they announced that yesterday after their 5th loss of the season to the Carolina Panthers.
Man, you lose to Carolina, you need to fire somebody.
Yeah, I agree.
Them's the rules.
Mm-hmm. So they fired Dan Quinn, their longtime general manager, Thomas Dimitroff. Is that how you say it?
Works for me.
Okay. And their special teams coordinator, Ben Kotwica.
That'll teach him.
Which I don't understand that because, I mean, their defense is trash. But instead of getting rid of their defensive coordinator, they promoted him to interim head coach. And that is Raheem Morris, the younger coach.
Younger. If you're not aware, Raheem Morris used to be the head coach for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers from 2010 to 2011. Was it just 2 years?
No, I think 2009.
2009, 10, 11, back with Josh Freeman. Rondé Barber was on the team.
LeGarrette Blunt. Aqib Talib. Tanar
Jackson. Gerald McCoy.
Donald Penn.
Ted Larson. We had a good team. Had a lot of talent. As you can tell by how they dispersed and went to other teams and became awesome. Michael Bennett actually came in late in Raheem Morris's coaching career. But what happened is Chicago Bears happened. Chicago Bears in the London game, 2011. Our team fell apart. Apparently something happened on the plane trip over there. Still have not got the lowdown on that, although I do have some sources I'm going to contact about that. And from then on, lost 10 straight, and Raheem was kicked out. Apparently he's a very good players coach, so good that he likes to go to strip clubs with the players.
You would hope he's learned his well. You would think he had learned his lesson, but I
hope
he hasn't. Exactly. I know.
I'm hoping they all celebrate.
But it doesn't really seem like a rowdy bunch there in Atlanta, so.
Not with Matty Ice.
Yeah. Not like the Bucs were.
He's like, keep you dang kids off my lawn. Keep the noise down.
So Raheem is leading the team. He's got Jeff Ulbrich is going to serve as the defensive coordinator. He has been the linebackers coach from 2015 to 2019, and then the start of 2020, he was the assistant head coach and the linebackers coach.
So, it's like we've infected the Atlanta Falcons. Dirk Cutter is over there. They were debating. Everybody was debating whether he was going to be the new head coach or Raheem Morris.
I really thought it was going to be Dirk, but maybe Dirk didn't want it.
Rich McKay, he used to be GM at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Well, he is taking over football operations.
Yeah, until they find a GM. He'll probably do it for the rest of the year. So, they can have our sloppy seconds.
That's right. Their new special teams coordinator is Bernie Parmalee, who in 2018 was the running backs coach. 2019, he was an assistant special teams coach and offensive assistant. And then 2020, he moved back to running backs coach. So now he is back on special teams. Will Harriger has been named the running backs coach, I guess, to replace Bernie Parmalee. He was an offensive assistant in 2019 and then the game management coordinator in 2020. So they don't need that guy anymore. Or that position.
What is a game management coordinator?
I don't know. Remember, Cutter hired one, and it was like...
Oh, that's right. Yeah, the guy who was supposed to keep track of timeouts and all that.
Yeah. And then, remember Sean McVay in at the Rams. Hired one too, but it was mostly the dude just kept him off the field.
Right, yeah, just grabbed him by the hips and pulled him off.
Yeah.
The spotter.
So that is the state of the Atlanta Falcons. The New Orleans Saints have their own drama. So this is crazy.
Awesome. Crazy awesome.
Michael Thomas, he's been battling an ankle injury since we played them week 1 and was supposed to come back this week. I know this because he's on my fantasy team. And all of a sudden on Sunday afternoon, they downgraded him to out. And Adam Schefter reported it was because he had a fight with a teammate. Tom Pelissero is saying that Michael Thomas punched Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, who's on the defense. I think he's in the secondary. So that's what's happening in New Orleans. So it's really weird. Jake Arians brought this up, how the Saints are very publicly playing this out. It's another thing that got leaked, and it just reminded me of the Kamara thing when, they were in contract negotiations with Kamara, and then they're saying, oh, he's being punished for not showing up to practice, and then Kamara was like, what are you talking about? I've been injured, and I've been in the building, So it's just kind of a weird, I don't know if they have a leak somewhere, or they just don't have a wrap on their comms department, or what it is, but it's just a very weird circumstance.
Wasn't there something else with New Orleans yesterday? Can't remember.
I don't know. They're supposed to play tonight.
Yeah. Well, hopefully they'll lose and we'll stay on top.
They're
right now we
Chargers.
are tied with the Carolina Panthers. Thank you, Atlanta Falcons, for that one. We're not really tied with them. We have the tiebreaker on them. We're half a game ahead. With the New Orleans Saints, if they win tonight, they will have the lead in the division by what would their record be if they win? Will it be
3-2?
3-2? Nah, that can't be right. Is it? We should know this. But if we tie with them, then they have us by half a game. So we need them to lose tonight.
They could do it.
Who are they playing? Chargers?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Chargers gave us fits, so.
Yeah.
We'll see. And without Michael Thomas, the Saints don't look the same.
It's true. O.J. Howard's wife gave birth to a baby girl.
Oh, congratulations,
So
OJ.
congratulations to them.
He's going to have some time to spend with them.
Yeah. That's nice. The Buccaneers made some roster moves today. All of these are reported by Greg Auman. He's been very busy today. Jack Sitchie and Vita Vea, of course, moved to IR.
What happened to Jack Sitchie?
Apparently, Sitchie has a hamstring injury, but he can return after 3 weeks. Okay. So they're just giving him some time to recover and not take up a roster spot. We're signing wide receiver Travis Johnson to the practice squad. He went through camp with us and then was waived with an injury designation. So I guess he's healed up and he's back, baby, on the practice squad. This one was weird. We waived cornerback Parnell Motley. I mean, he was our training camp warrior.
Motley crew no more.
Greg Auman is saying we might bring him back on the practice squad should he clear waivers. So we signed linebacker Chappelle Russell off of the practice squad onto the active roster. We signed tight end Cody McElroy back to the practice squad. We signed running back Akasedrick Ware to the practice squad. We signed cornerback Ross Cockrell to the active roster from the practice squad. And then we released center Zach Shackelford from the practice squad.
Okay.
So quite a bit of movement today.
I recognized a name in there, I think. Maybe two.
I knew one of those people.
I knew one of those names.
Greg Auman was going through some interesting statistics today.
Yeah, I saw those.
You did see them?
Yeah, I actually had those in my notes. So
all right, I want to talk about them.
Go ahead.
Well, the Bucs Twitter account tweeted that Carlton Davis is tied for the lead league in interceptions. So, yay, Carlton.
He was the most targeted cornerback last year and the highest pass defender last year. The guy is racking up some stats, man.
Good for him.
Yeah, good. He's a good cornerback.
One stat that's not so great for him is that he leads the league in penalties that result in first downs for the opponent. He's got 5 of those. 87 yards in penalty yardage as well, which is second in the league. But it gets worse, particularly for the offense. The Bucs rank second in the NFL in holding penalties. We're tied for second in false starts. And we lead the league in penalty yards, and we're tied for the most number of penalties.
Yeah, well, it'd be nice if they called penalties on the other team. It'd be good. In the first week against New Orleans, there was no holding penalties called between either team. But by my count, New Orleans had 19 holds that were uncalled. 19. Can't believe it. Might have been 16. I think it was 19.
It was 19.
It was 19.
I remember.
That's incredible. So, I don't see that as a problem with the Buccaneers. I see it as an officiating problem.
I'm fine with going with that.
Yes.
Here's a problem with Donovan Smith. He leads the league in drives stalled because of penalties committed. So he has 5 of those.
I had no idea that was even a stat.
That is apparently a stat, and Greg Auman found it. So thanks, Greg. We have 14 stalled drives because of penalties this season.
Good Lord.
And only Arizona has more.
Well, come on, Arizona. You can work. You can be number 1. I got faith in you.
Just keep that number 1 spot.
Well, I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this again. It's not us so much as it is the refs, man. They're absolutely trash this year. Absolutely trash.
I think we say this every year. I really thought they'd get better once we got Tom Brady, but they haven't.
I did too. It really surprises me. Really surprises me.
We're not getting those calls that we thought we'd get.
That small market team, we're just the bottom of the barrel. Nobody cares about us.
They're gonna find out. Mm-hmm.
I like your confidence. I like the cut of your jib. Yes, the Bucs are giving up 58 rushing yards per game. That is by far the best in the league. 15 yards less per game than when they led last year.
Wow. That's
incredible. 58. What did you say we held Chicago to?
Oh, like 35?
35?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like nothing.
Yes, we are first in run defense. We're 5th in sack percentage, 7th in interception percentage. This is all from Greg Auman, too, by the way. 8th in red zone, that's defense. 9th on third downs, only 16th versus the pass.
Yeah, I'm not even mad about that because last year we were number 1 run defense, but like 32nd pass defense. So I'm good with that. 16th, middle of the pack.
Yeah.
All right. It's quite an improvement from last year.
Yeah, and quite an improvement from 2018. In 2018, according to Greg Auman, our run defense, our total defense, we're second right now in total defense, when you consider yards allowed. Total defense, we're second. In 2018, before Arians and Bowles came in, we were 27th.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's a huge, huge jump.
We got to make sure Bowles don't go nowhere.
Well,
I know.
He's going to be getting some serious offers at the end of this year.
No.
It wouldn't surprise me if Atlanta comes sniffing around at him. This might be the last year we have Bowles.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
He should stay and win a Super Bowl with us.
He should. Well, we're going to win the Super Bowl this year.
I hope so.
All right, that's going to wrap it up for us for the news of the day. We're going to go watch this game and hopefully see the New Orleans Saints gets whooped up on by the Chargers.
That's the plan.
That's the plan. Until next time.
Go Bucs.